Not all professional development experiences are the same. Some are much more valuable than others. We'll take a look at why next. Hi, I'm Rich Finlinson. I'm an SC22 volunteer, and my guest is Christine Cuicchi. She was the SC20 chair and is the SC22 AV chair. But Christine, you're interested in getting people to volunteer. Why?
That's right. So we're about to put out our call for leadership for the SC General Chair for SC25, and we're also going to be looking for nominations for members of our steering committee. The reason we need those is obviously we have to have a general chair for SC25, and we're also looking to, freshen the membership on our steering committee so that those folks can have a way to influence where the conference is heading in the future.
So what do people who have been in leadership say about the uniqueness of the experience?
So there's a lot of things. It's uniqueness is certainly one of the things that we focus on. It is probably like no other experience I've ever had. And I think most general chairs will tell you that. So I'm going to focus on the general chair for now. It's a 3-year commitment. You'll start off with about 10% of an FTE on your first year. That would be 2023, 25% in 2024. And about 70% in 2025. And, having been involved with the conference for a number of years, about 20 years, I thought I knew what I was getting into for as far as general chair, and then things turned a little topsy-turvy. But even then, even when in a normal year, it is really a unique experience. So you have an opportunity to work with between 700 and 800 volunteers from the HPC community. They're going to come from all kind of backgrounds and all kind of experience. And so you've got to lead by influence, which is an interesting way to sort of develop your own leadership skills. And then you can assist those that are on your committee with developing their leadership skills as they lead various committees and subcommittees. And so that's something that maybe not a lot of people get to be involved in their regular day job.
So after your topsy-turvy year, SC20, when it was an entirely virtual conference, did you learn things that you couldn't have learned in any other way?
I think so. I think one of the things I learned was how passionate everybody is that's been involved in the conference for the HPC community and for the SC conference itself. I asked a tremendous amount of that committee that year to be able to pull off basically a full conference virtually in less than 8 months. And every single one of them stepped up. It was amazing.
I am honored to be one of those who got to help out. It was so cool.
You were fantastic. Thank you for that.
If someone is on the fence about applying for such a leadership position where you said in the 3rd year, it's 70% of your time, right. What's your advice?
Well, my advice, first of all, would be to definitely have institutional support. So you're going to need your organization or your employer to support the fact that you're going to be really, really, really involved with SC that year. However, the benefits, again, from working with a wide range of people from the SC community are significant. It's an opportunity for you to sort of bring to bear maybe things that you want to focus on. You'll be able to exert a little influence with focusing on things that maybe you want to do for exhibits or technical program or students at SC or even inclusivity. So it's a really good opportunity for you to kind of push on the things that you really have a passion for.
What about this idea that these are some of the best people on the planet to work with?
That's 100% true. Everybody is really highly motivated, very talented, and it's obviously an international group of people that are working on this conference. So you're going to experience and see a lot of skill sets that maybe you won't see in your regular day job. And so getting to work with that really can broaden your own experience and ability to work with others.
What do employers get from this?
Well, they get a more well-rounded individual. There's certainly there'll be some recognition, obviously, when your name is said and they say that what your institution is. But again, it's really going to be for anybody that volunteers with the conference, for anywhere from a papers committee member all the way up to general chair. Again, is an opportunity to broaden your skill set and communication skill set for sure. Across a wide range of areas. So anything from, finance to contracts to things that maybe you may not work with daily. You'll learn a lot about those.
So to the person who's interested in applying, what's the next step now?
The next step is we're going to release the call for leadership. That's going to be out on various methods. We're sending it out via email. We're going to be sending it out via the newsletter. I think it'll be on the website itself. It will also be on the SC Conference Series website. But the next steps are that the General Chair applications are due July 13th. Again, we're looking for that's a 3-year commitment. After that, you'll be on steering for an additional 2 years. So when you're General Chair, you are on the steering committee as well. We're looking for somebody that has a breadth of experience with the SC Conference, somebody that's got experience in managing a multi-million-dollar U.S. equivalent budget, somebody that's worked on large projects that maybe not everybody has actually reported directly to you. And so and that'll be again due July 13th. The next opportunity you have to apply is for the steering committee. Those will open at the same time. Those will be due September 12th. That is a 4-year commitment. You'll attend 3 one-day meetings in person and monthly 90-minute meetings every month. And that'll be again for 4 years. And that's also a really good chance for you to help grow the SC community in a number of ways, particularly in an inclusive way.
Well, good stuff. Thank you, Christine Cuicchi, and thank you for watching. Please plan on attending SC22 in person in Dallas this November.